Hello everyone, welcome to a new channel, of course a refreshed channel. So of course you'll be probably wondering what exactly this channel is going to be about. Well, from my channel name, what's called the rater, not the ratter, I will be rating FiveM servers, and this is going to be out of 40 points. There'll be 4 sections. Each section will be containing 10 points each, and it will be based on the roleplay quality, and that's going to be like based on interactions with other players, and generally just things on them lines. It kind of matters having interactions with other players, and yeah. So we also have the staff section. This is based on the behavior the staff are acting towards other players. Obviously you don't always be, you don't really always come upon people in particular, or staff, sorry, in particular. And as well, just another example, dealing with situations. So do they deal with them more privately, or do they just deal with them quite publicly, and is there a lot of chaotic players? And because obviously in some servers you always see staff maybe arguing with a person and they don't really deal with the situation properly, and that's what costs the points. So yeah, and then the third section is the in-game server scripts. This will be obviously they've got to be useful, and as well as that, is there too much of it, and what could cost the points. And lastly is going to be the activities, what I can do in this server. So that also matters, based on also the roleplay quality section, but it's mainly what events and things are occurring in that particular server. You don't always need events in a server to get a massive attraction, but it is a tip, to be honest, when you want a lot of members, and I do see a lot of servers do it. But yeah, mainly I think the two most priority I say sections where you want to get lots of points is probably, they're all going to be the same in general, but roleplay quality is quite a something to aim for, and as well as that, I would say your staff, because obviously you need good staff. You need to have them dealing with situations effectively, and you need to also have it done, in my opinion, it should be privately, so it's not so public, sending them to a location where it's not, like I said, not too public. So yeah, but as you can see from the footage, you can see me just kind of going actually into this review, my first review video of the Kevin Zombies server. This server in particular has quite a lot of features I've seen, and there's not so much you can do based on events wise. There's not a ton amount of players. There's roughly an average of probably 30 to 40, and probably more as the day goes on. With that, I've also seen that you can use the V menu to the best ability, having all the free options of weapons to choose from, and as well as that, you've got your peds that you can see on the screen. So while I go through everything in that, I'm just kind of like looking around to see exactly what I can be. They are the add-on peds as well that they've had to get from the mods section, or they've had to implement anyways. So I've kind of been looking through that, and I see that there's quite a lot to choose from, as you would have in a normal V menu on a roleplay server. This is also a roleplay server as well, and I also think it's a free roam. I'm not too sure, I can't remember. And yeah, you can do quite a lot, but there's no aim in particular of this server, except you need to survive. I'm assuming as well that the zombies do obviously make damage, put damage on you when they get close enough. The disappointment that I've seen, and still continuing to customize my character, I'm just kind of making random decisions. What you can see right there is I'm just trying to find different ways of customizing myself. I know how to use these menus. It's just I always sometimes have problems, and I couldn't change my hair color there as well, so that was a bit disappointment. But that's not the server's fault in particular. I think it's just the menu. Sometimes it gets broken. So the disappointment that I had, and what I was just going to say in a couple of seconds ago, was about the zombies in particular. They don't actually go after you when you get near them, except I don't really know if this is a fact or not, because obviously when I've been running past them, though, in my experience, they just don't go for me. The only time they actually went for me was when I was being hostile towards them, so I was shooting, and it just kind of reminds me of normal NPCs in like a normal story mode GTA 5 or online, where you're like near the cops or something, and you let's say might stand next to them, then eventually they get annoyed and start trying to arrest you if you're in story mode, or if you're in online they just shoot you. And so that's obviously something that kind of just puts a decrease in the points for roleplay quality. I didn't really mention it while I was actually discussing my points right at the end of the video, but yeah, so I'm still customizing my character, still trying to find ways of kind of making myself look, I guess, cool, and as well as that, come up with a nice roleplay character. And yeah, I just feel like there could have been a lot more added to this server, in particular the server scripts, but I do explain this right at the end of the video. And yeah, so obviously this is the first time me coming upon this server. This server has not got lots of GUI and doesn't have so many things you can do, and that's personally my experience coming into the game. Eventually you do see me come upon some players that or one or two, and they do, well, one of them tried to make a proper type of role play with me, but I don't really see much encouragement from the actual person, and this is kind of also another disappointment, because it feel like there has been RDM in this history of the server. I may be totally wrong, I may be right, I don't know, but normally people will roleplay quite well if they know there's potential in the server, and I just didn't see this from this guy, unless this guy was just pretty much bored and was having a terrible day, but I didn't see much encouragement from him, so it kind of just gave me signs that, well, of course the server didn't have much potential. I mean, again, there's not much, there is a lot you can do, but it honestly depends on the numbers of players. I had a very hard time trying to find people, and I do explain that, and I do also repeat that again later in the video. But as you can see there, I'm running across, and the zombies just seem to despawn as soon as they get into water. There's not really much happening, to be honest. They do get hostile with me. They do try to kill me, but they just continue to flow into the water, and that's also something that they should have kind of put away, and they should have allowed the zombies to move around in the water, because it's realistic. I think it's a good idea. I mean, already you have access to guns and that, and I'm glad that there's rules based on RDM and everything like this, and kind of fail roleplay too. So there's a lot you can do, just on the numbers of players. And as I'm running down the street as well, I didn't realise that I could actually just go back or I could just go into the vehicle related options and select a vehicle, as you can see there. But me just going through this now, I'm just kind of seeing what exactly I can spawn. I'm just not going to have that. That was my first thing that popped into my mind when I was actually going through that. And same again with this one. This is just so unrealistic. I mean, you could use this during the zombie apocalypse if you really went ahead with crafting. But yeah, I chose this because it kind of gave a background of me, and I do mention that I'm an ex-businessman. So eventually, in a minute or so, you will hear me talk about this gameplay, what exactly my feelings are. That's exactly at the point of the video. That's, you know, the real time where I was, and this is not, obviously this is me narrating over the gameplay, but that is not in a minute or so. So you can see that I can actually go in the garage, but it doesn't do the GTA 5's animation where it actually takes you into the apartment, or it stores your vehicle and then you can go into the apartment. I didn't actually check this, but I think you can also go into these particular houses. There's a lot across the map and everything, and generally there's a lot you can do based on roleplay scenarios, what I think is effective too. And as you can see, I've gone past a border now, or some sort of border, and this just really puts on quite, you know, an effective roleplay scenario if you wanted to go full on ahead. And there's a lot of gas stations as well to get your fuel, and so it's just it is decent. I think it is fun if you're with a group of mates and everything. You can have really like good factions and clans. But again, this is all in the Discord server as well. So I ask for you guys to go into the Discord server as well to not get in trouble. This is just me testing things, and obviously I'm not going to RDM over roleplay. I just wanted to review this server, so I didn't really go into the Discord server. But yeah, you guys should do that if you're really wanting to go full on ahead with this server, and take into consideration that these factions as well is something that you can join too. But anyways, listen to me while I'm actually playing this game. So so far everything is great. I've personally myself have enjoyed the last couple of minutes actually playing this. Seems calm. There's no massive amount of RDM. I mean, I've not come across any players in general, and also the amount of players in the server I think is about 20 or 30 people. I think it's around 20 to 30 people. So there's going to be quite a few players that will be in different areas, and it's not like they're all going to be packed in one particular place. So I guess that's a good thing. I'm seeing quite frequent talks in the chat as well. It seems to be calm. People seem to be, I guess, being, you know, everyone is being friendly with each other. And while I do my best to drive with this clicky keyboard, as you can hear in the background maybe, I am heading towards a bunker. And this is my first time playing this server, and I just haven't really... I mean, I was going to expect a bit more, maybe, but at the moment it seems peaceful, nothing really happening. I'm just driving to the bunker. Seems to be quite a lot of people with tags or roles and things. What I'm guessing is because you have to go into the Discord server for that. But we're going to a bunker because I've heard a few people are going. And if we can come across some roleplay, I might do a bit of roleplay, guys, and you might see me in action with my brand new rich vehicle. And my social background is that I am someone who's rich, who's, you know, did business. I'm an ex-businessman, and yeah, I guess I'm trying to get through this horrible apocalypse. Okay, well, I guess we can't. I'm thinking of normal GTA 5, to be honest. Let's just... Do we not... I hear helicopters. I don't know what that means. Do I have to, like, go to a farmhouse or something? Anyways, I can hear helicopters. Okay, we might be in action to roleplay. Possibly. So you'll be able to hear now the audio. And as you can see there as well, we've got people getting banned. So staff are doing the job at least. That's not, you know, anything bad. That's a good thing. Still frequent talking in the chat. Just can't find any players, to be honest. I'm assuming people are in the city, but I don't want to go back to the city and then come back here just to find out there's no one back in the city. I mean, we could go and have a look. Oh god. We need fuel. Unless I just like spawn a new route. I hear a helicopter. I don't know, you guys have the audio now, so I don't know, you might be able to hear it or not. So far, yeah, I'm hearing it. Oh wow, found someone. Alright, cool. I say we're gonna. Oh, please don't kill me. You better not. He was gonna try. I wonder what happened. Anyways. I don't know if he's trying to kill me or he's trying to... Okay, so zombies seem to not interact with you unless you like shoot them. It's like an instant thing. It's like cops where you go... Well, it depends. If you go next to a cop in GTA 5, you're assuming to... Okay. Wait. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Alright. I see that you've got your... I'm not really good with the vehicle models or the helicopter models, but I can see that you can fly one.
That's not me flying, that's my partner.
Ah, right, okay. Well, I'm a survivor. I've tried coming across from the near the airport, and I'm just trying to look for a place to, I guess, stay at and live in. Do you have any suggestions? This is weird.
Marine base.
What did you say, sorry?
Marine base.
Marine base. Where's that?
Do you have a map with you?
A map? Let me see if I've got one in my vehicle. Do you want to come with me?
Yeah.
Yeah? Alright. So it seems as if we are going to have a look in the car. Oops. Alright. Let me just open this. Opens. Boop.
Oh shit.
What?
Get in the car.
What?
Get in the car now. Look behind you.
Oh shit. Frick. We should help your friend.
He'll be fine.
I don't think he is. He's stuck.
He'll be fine.
Oh crap.
Alright, we're gonna get to a safe place.
Damn. This is actually pretty fun. Alright, yeah, sure. I'm an ex-businessman. I guess you know because of my vehicle.
Yeah, I could tell.
Yeah, it's the only really expensive thing I had in my house, to be honest.
Grab this AR. Oh shit!
Oh shit!
We're fine.
Yeah, you nearly killed us. Oh, crap.
I'll buy you a new car.
I mean, is currency, like, worth anything anymore?
I don't know.
I mean, weapons is decent, to be honest.
You want a AR? I can give you one.
Yeah, get us back to wherever and then we'll sort some out.
Yeah, wait, let me just look at this map and I'll see where we can go.
So far, not bad, not bad. This guy is decent. He's trying to roleplay.
Alright. So, I'm gonna take you to a safe place where I'm gonna meet my friend. And he's right by
Yep.
us.
Alright. Nice one. So do you have a boss or are you guys just like on your own?
That's my boss.
Ah, right. Sounded like he said bus, but I think he meant to say boss. It's really good, this server so far. I'm already like thinking of the points for each section. Roleplay quality is decent, but I'll tell you guys at the end. You'll find out at the end of the video. It's very hard to roleplay because I don't know if I want to be encouraged to push in a lot of work or I'm just going to be like slacking, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of servers like these where they just don't roleplay and they just RDM and that. But if I put a bit of work in, I think I can get some good roleplay. But do remember this is a reviewing video as well. It's not just a gameplay series, to be honest. So we will see. After that narrating first part of the video, guys, I'm sure you just wanted to hear some audio of this game and that. So that's why I kind of turned it on.
You got a nice car.
Yeah, it's at least 150 grand.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, when money was worth a lot back then, I can tell you now I'd be killing you right now. But
yeah.
You see, it's just we're in a massive apocalypse, and I think money is worth nothing right now.
Yeah. People usually pay with bottle caps now.
I mean, yeah, bottle caps. That's pretty decent.
Yeah. I mean, at this space we have, or quote-unquote ours, we can give you some guns, even vehicles that are modified with guns and stuff. We'll give you whatever you need.
Yeah, thank you. So, is there anyone else, or is it just you two?
We have one more member, but he's out of time right now.
Alright, okay.
Do you have any friends?
I mean, to be honest, I lost a lot of them due to the apocalypse, but I mean, I've been a lone survivor for a long time. My family was killed in the process of this apocalypse, and we're infected, and I think, to be honest, a lot of families were ruined. So no,
Yeah.
I don't have any friends at the moment.
We usually have an AC one for short.
This is a load of zombies. Jesus. Let's do first person. Oh, I think we crashed. So, I have come to a conclusion for the amount of points I'm going to give in total. But first of all, I'm going to go through each section. The 4 sections that equals up to 40 points. So, starting with the roleplay quality. Now, roleplay quality, I have seen, is going to be a 7 out of 10. The reason for this is because I have only come across a few players. There's not many, as I can see, but right now you will see 52 players in the server currently. The maximum slot, or the maximum amount of people that can be in that server, is 128. Now, I came across a few players in that footage, or 1 or 2 in particular, and I can say from that people do try to do roleplay, whether it was that guy or not. He didn't sound too encouraged to roleplay. It felt like he experienced quite a lot of RDM or something, you know, and you can see that in people's voice, or hear that in people's voices, because normally in these types of servers where it's free roam and that you have constant amount of people RDMing and killing and fail role playing, and it just, yes, of course in this particular server you're allowed to free roam and just do what you want in such ways. You still can't break rules though, and this is the problem that people have in these servers. So I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10, and maybe it would be up a few points in future time, but just because, you know, you can roleplay, I feel like people will do roleplay. It's just that the other side also has to do it to make it a little bit more better, if you know what I mean. And so that's going to lead with 7 points. Now the next and the second particular section that I'll be voting on is the staff. Now from the staff, I purely saw private, there was a lot of situations that was dealt with privately, of course, because as you saw in the notifications on the left side of the screen during my footage of the server, you would have seen quite a few people getting banned and kicked. So I'm going to say a 9 for this, knowing that they're dealing with it quickly and nicely, and I think that the staff are doing a good job with that. So I'm going to give it a 9, and that leads to 16 points so far. Now the in-game server scripts, I have to say, is a bit of a decrease in points because they could have added a lot more to it to make it a lot more better. Having apartments and houses and things like I don't know if you could access them or not. I should have accessed them in the process of that footage, but I didn't because I was just trying to look for players to roleplay with. So I know, and also kind of show you what the server was like in general. So yeah, but I think personally the server needs to add a bit more scripts, make it a little bit more neat and tidy, and it is nice, that you have the options of grabbing your guns and weapons and things. It's just that there should be a little bit more GUI there and then, and just kind of make it a bit more colourful, if you know what I mean. So and I know it's a zombie apocalypse, it's meant to be a bit horror and that, but I think that if you was to add like a bit of GUI and things there and then, add a tutorial in particular, that would really look quite effective, and it'd help people just so that they know what the server gives to them, and it took at least a good 10 minutes for me to get to know the server, and people will leave sometimes straight away because they're like, oh, this is boring, I don't know what to do, if they're new to the servers and new to FiveM in general. So it's good to have a tutorial to kind of help new players. And even me, I'm not new to FiveM, but I was new to that server, and I didn't know really much what I could do and what I couldn't do. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna give the in-game server scripts, and I've come to a decision about a 6, so we lead to 22 points. The last section is activities. Now activities is pretty decent, I'm gonna have to say, because you can do quite a lot, but there's not particular events on. It's just mostly like you've got roles from the Discord server, you have your own factions, I think, knowing from the roles that was on the end of or in front of people's names in the chat, in the server chat. So I believe you could do a lot, and I'm just going on predictions, but I believe you could do a lot, especially with all the resources that you have and the V menu, and that you could be creative. So I'm going to give that a 9. So that's going to lead to 31 points, and so that gives you guys a excellent server mark. So basically you're considered as an excellent server because you're in the band of 30 to 40. So this is really good. I personally think that they've done a good job. 31 points is decent, and I think that, obviously it is a little bit annoying to have your server. I think they could have easily got a few more points on the game server scripts if they was to consider adding a bit more stuff to it, as I explained briefly on that section. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope that you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in the next review video. Peace out.